Hi, my name is Augusto Cesar, and in this video we're gonna check out together how the update, the not so recently update from Vegetation Addon is looking so far. In this update, Vegetation Addon comes with a garden section which has a lot of assets that you can use to create gardens on your scene. So let's take a look in how those assets are looking so far. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is I will just select everything and I will add a plane on my scene, nothing too special, and I will add a cube that I will bring it up a little bit and use that as a kind of a wall just to try out some stuff. Okay, well, the first thing I would like to look is some reference. You can see that we have here this way to scatter assets on top of the scene, where we put the smaller assets closer to the feet, guiding your path, and bigger assets on places where you want people to put their feet. Okay, so let's try something like that. So in general, in architectural visualization or any type of project, it's preferable to start from the bigger to the smaller. So let's start by adding some trees. Let's start big, actually. Let's start big. So why not try something like those ash trees here, like so. We can put it here like this. Let's try another ash tree. Let's move it like so. And let's try another one. Okay, let's add a camera. I will add a camera here on my scene. Ctrl-Alt-0 to bring the camera to my vision. I will rise up a little bit the camera. And let's try a composition like so. Usually what I prefer to do is to come here to my item section with my camera, and I prefer to reset most of the location and just move my camera something like this to make things centralized. And the height, I usually prefer to put something like 1.5 meters, the height of the eyes of a human, of a normal person. People can be higher, it's normal, but anyway. And also, I don't like to rotate my camera like so. I prefer to come here to the camera, go here to camera shift, and increase the y-axis so we can rise the camera without broke our vertical lines on the corners of our image. Okay, so let's move on with that. Also, let's increase a little bit the focal length. I think 35 millimeters will be good for this case, like so. I will apply the scale for these objects, and we are good to go. Well, I would like to have more trees here, so what I'm gonna do is just duplicate those trees with Alt-D and Alt-D like so. Yep, I will bring this tree inside. And to make things a little bit randomized, what I'm gonna do is I will just come here to my Vegetation Addon and I will click Randomize. It will make things a little bit random, which is great. So far so good. We start by adding those assets here, and I can rotate and reorganize in the way I prefer. And now let's add those garden assets to see how it's looking so far. So the garden asset, we can see that on our reference that we can use something like plants on the walls here and so on and so forth. But I will just add those plants here. So let's bring it on. I will create a new collection just to make things organized actually. Yep, and let's add those assets like so. Yep, so now we have this bunch of assets here. I will organize it in a way that I like, and I will use those assets here on the wall like so. And using my camera view, I will just, I don't know, let's bring it on front actually to make something like a pathway. And I will just Alt-D and duplicate 2 or 3 times until I find a good amount of assets like so. Yeah, this is good enough, I think. It's a lot of stuff, so let's delete the extra stuff. And you can see that things are getting really repetitive fast actually. So I will just select those assets here and I'll come here and click randomize. This will bring more randomization to our scene. We can also move things around to make sure that that things don't have a regular size or a regular pattern, you know. For example, I can just bring this asset here and put this one here and select, I don't know, 3 or 4 assets like so, and randomize only those assets like this. And as you can see, if you come here and put it on the Android view, now we can take a look and see how those assets are looking so far. And well, they are looking really great actually. So let's take only a small section like this corner here and let's see. Let's take a closer look to see how it's working. I'm just using the Initiate Sky texture from Blender, which is great for most of those cases. Let's just rotate it a little bit to see. I think 45 is good enough. Well, you guys can see that things are looking great, but let's try to add more details here. I think that I like on this add-on is we have a lot of options. So now we add a huge tree. We also have the medium size stuff, but you can also add the small size stuff. So to the small size stuff, I think we have 2 really good options actually. We have this plant here that you can put that. Let me change the collection as well. I think it's always good to have different collections for different types of objects. It will make it easier to scatter things around here and there, you know. So I think this one here is this 3, yeah, number 3. I will just move it like so, and I will also select this number 2 here, add it, and move like so. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just to put this in a way that I like, and let's try to put it in front of our objects, and I will just press Shift R to repeat my option. And yeah, we are adding a lot of stuff here actually to see if my computer will handle that. So I will select those objects, randomize some, I don't know, 3 or 4 times like this. Usually those plants, they really go through inside each other. So this is the result we are getting so far. Let's see in the rendered view how it's looking. Well, it's looking great actually. Let's try out a different type of lighting. Let's remove the Initiate Sky texture and try the basic HDRI from Blender actually. I think I will make the word opacity off for now. And yeah, you guys can see that we have good colors and a good distribution of the assets, and it was easy, really easy to distribute those assets. You can see how the colors are popping up and make things good. And for now, the memory used for this file, I'm kinda worried because I'm using more or less 4 gigas of VRAM, and this make me a little bit worried because, well, if you need to add grass, things can be really hard for the computer so far. And this is the main issue with lots of vegetation you're seeing. You use a lot of RAM, a lot of memory on your computer. So, but anyway, the final result is the most important thing. Things will look good with this asset library. So I think disliking so far is how regular some of those assets are looking. I can see some steps here and there. So I'm deleting some of those assets that I'm thinking they are too repetitive, and I will duplicate to cover those holes with something different like this. Yeah. Let's try out a different angle. I will press Shift A, add a new camera, Ctrl 0 to go to that select camera, 0 to come out, Ctrl Alt 0 to bring that camera to my view, and I will put it here on this corner. And let's see how it will look in the end of the day. And yeah, I can see that the result is gorgeous. The appearance of the scene is really believable and colorful. Not sure if I like the petals material. I think we should try something more like a wet material, not sure. I think they are looking a little bit dry, but in general the materials and the translucency are really great in my opinion. So to improve that scene, we can come here to the color management and add a high contrast look. I think this can pop up a little bit more, and you can increase the exposure. Something like, I don't know, 1 on the exposure, just to bring more color and more light. And now things are really popping up. I really like that effect. Wow, that's looking gorgeous actually. Now the material on the petals are really fine for me. Whoa, Yeah, sometimes the post-production will make things pop up a little bit more. Because in general, Blender, the filmic look is kind of dry, kind of less saturated. When we add a little bit of contrast, a high contrast stuff, things will look really great. So you guys can see that we have more options, obviously. So we have those shrubs that you can use for more high-end gardens. We have also those liberators that we can use for more things more like a tropical stuff, I don't know, and we can get this kind of effects easy using those assets here that you are looking so far. So now that you saw that this asset library is really interesting, I would like to invite you to click in the link in the description to know more about this asset library. It's affiliation link, so you know, if you click the link and purchase this add-on, you will help me and help the channel to grow. And also let me know, what do you think this add-on should have to be even better? In my opinion, I think it's missing kind of a, you know, a grass feature. Not that I think this is really necessary, but I think should be good to have a grass feature just to make things complete. But what's your opinion? Please comment in the section below, okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye, see you soon, and take care.